Okay, welcome back to race 3 here at Hockenheim, short of our AusNZ Combined Racing League's BMW Spectacular, and we are in these 2002 StanceWorks edition BMW cars. Absolutely fun cars to drive, and we're looking at Dark Lord 78, the winner of race 2 in the previous race at Osleshpen, and now we've got another 2 more races remaining of the championship, with only 3 points separating both Dark Racing 40 and Illogical Sports. So it's getting very tight up front, and then Dark Lord there in third position, which I think is 10 points behind the leader, I think it was. I'll have to make sure I take a screenshot at the end of this race so we know exactly where everyone stands for the final race, which will be here again. We have 2 races to end the championship here at Hockenheim on the short circuit layout. This part here of the track is probably one of the most exciting parts, where the car gets very light and you've got to really balance the car before you hit the brakes. Take this tight 90-degree right-hander and then back onto the main section into the stadium, where the atmosphere in real life is absolutely electric during the Formula 1 weekends. And we did see on Saturday night Dark Lord ultra fast around this track, doing 110. So the times are very, very quick. As he jumps up there, just second at the moment. Ooh, as Commander Cirrus, I think. No, it wasn't Commander Cirrus, sorry. I'm not too sure who it was there that just lost it in front of Dark Lord. He looks like he's got a very stable and fast car, or not say really stable because the car's light to be loose. And this is just practice as well. We have a 10-minute practice session when we come to a new track. You guys can sort a few things out. And Ski has been able to return back, so welcome back after tasting a few of German's finest amber ales. And also the man that we've been waiting for, Devil X, and he's the man actually that we did go off in front of Dark Lord, as his car's just a little bit taily on those outside, just touching those outside curbs off turn 1. This is a little link section of the track, part of the short circuit. It'll bring us back on to the entry of the stadium section. What can Devil do? He did have some nice times here, I believe. He was doing 111s in practice on Thursday. So we should see him up there. We've got a lot of 11s. There's Commander Cirrus has gone fastest with a 10. And Dark Lord just behind him. And again, this is only practice, not qualifying. It also sets the bar for qualifying, which is a 5-minute session. As he hasn't been able to, he's got 11.63, so yeah, he has improved. Actually, Dark Racing is the man that's second. Man leading the championship, 3 points in front of this man, Illogical Sports. He made a fantastic move on Darky on that previous race, but only to be robbed with a time penalty, which ended up he did win the. He did cross the finish the race first, but with a time penalty dropped to third. Dark Racing come in second, and Dark Lord, the man here on screen in that number 70 Hummerich Rennsport car, who will be teammates with Devil X. And Dark Lord actually took victory after those penalties were served out, only by 0.004 of a second. Unbelievable. And Dado, he's having some troubles with his gear shifter. He was saying that when he was selecting third, it was going into reverse, so not too sure what's happened there. A bit of espionage onto his in his car in the pit garage by some of the other team members, maybe. So he's not happy there at the moment. Not a happy camper. He loves driving these cars with a H shifter, so he's on the paddle shifters. Matty Seeking coming in full drift and into the wall. So obviously just pushing the limits here in practice. Let's see how far they can take it into qualifying. Talon, the man just wants a little bit of luck to go his way this race. Hasn't had much luck. He's been into the thick of things. Last race there, he didn't finish in the end. And currently he in eighth, on the 13s, getting close to maybe a 12. Be careful popping the wheel too far on the outside there. It does invalidate your lap. As we said, the Germans are very strict with their track limits, and as he just leapfrogs Dado up to 7th. As the Logical Sports comes through to see what he can do. Can he make it any better? No, he can't. We'll have a look at Jay Stafford. In the 14s. He's got the ability to get into the low 13s. Dark Lord still trying to find that pace that he had last night. He may be just coming back to grips with it all. And he has got a time for another lap if he does want to do it during this practice session. You can see screaming through here. Just go on board. See him just powering up the gears here on the rev limiter. In the 4th, he's calling and still go flat out through here. You just got to get it sorted before you get on the brakes. Some cars like to stay in the second there. He's obviously opted for the first gear. It's a little bit taily on the exit, coming into the stadium section. A little bit of that banking on that inside, get the most you can. See if he holds it in third all around this part, or if he drops it to second. So he holds it into third. It looks like it's labouring, but it is the faster way through. Get on the gas nice and early out of this corner. He's still not quite as fast as what he was last night. we'll have a look at Dark Racing. Looks like he's finished. Dado, can he get better than the 11 he's currently on? Oh, we won't know because he was the last car over the line. Where was he? 11.7. No, he still kept the same time. So Commander Cirrus actually ends up coming out on top. We missed. Oh, actually no, we did know that. Commander Cirrus, Dark Lord did do a 10.8 with Dark Racing 40 with a 1 minute 10 as well. Then we into the 11s with Illogical Sports, Dado, Matty Seeking. Then we pick up the 12s, Devil X, Ski, and Talon. And then just Staffer with a 14. As he said, he's got the ability to do the 12s. Then Hud's finding it hard here at the moment with a 15. He was good at Schleswig, but not so good here at Hockenheim at the moment. But that was practice. We'll go on to the qualifying. These cars will come out like of a pit street peak hour. All of a sudden, 5 minutes only. Gives them 3 laps. As Commander Cirrus is one of the last to leave. Oh no, we've got also in the back there we've got Talon, I think it was, is the last. Oh no, there's more still coming out. So we pick up Ski and Dado, the teammates in the Wallington team. And definitely the Wallington team missed Ski the last round of the team's championship. Dropped a bunch of points without having 2 cars being able to score points towards their run for top 3 position in the championship for a team. Currently the StanceWorks team on top with Dark Racing and also Commander Cirrus. It was fastest in practice, we've just seen. So what can he produce here? As he's coming around the final corner to start his first time lap. And we've got both Dado and Ski already there. Nice entry into turn 1. Keeping the power, keeping the car flowing. Hard on the brakes into the second corner for turn 2. Into the little link part of the circuit to link up with the back end of the stadium section. Can he stay on the power right through this corner? He's just on the brakes maybe just a little bit early, and maybe just to settle the car. Jumps over that curb well. Looks like he stayed in second, which gives it a good power out around here into third. High on the revs before you brake. Back into second. Into third, and he looks like he's holding in the third as well, which is the faster way. Get full throttle on the exit without worrying about overpowering it, and here he goes on top, 111.036. As a logical spot. Oh, maybe he spun just to avoid a Ski. Maybe Ski came out just then. That threw Commander Cirrus out. He's still got enough to regroup, get another lap down. As Talon, where does he come? Oh, he's still got another one. Maybe invalidated around the outside. If that's the case, he'll be able to get this lap around and get a final one in. Oh, and the Zectrol Motorsport car spinning right in front of Illogical Sports. Doing it on his own, I think, in the Dino Ringley Racing team. As I think I'm not too sure who he might have. Actually, no, he's got Jay Staffer, sorry. He's also helping him out. And the bonnet all crumpled up. Out to try and get a time. There he goes, up into 8th position with a 15. Who have we got up for here at the moment? Dark Racing 40 on pole with Commander Cirrus actually just following him. And it looks like Darky's actually pulled out of that. So obviously his lap is done. What can Commander Cirrus do? Can he get into the... Oh, this is all crossed up on the brakes there. Maybe that might have cost him as well, as we will have a look at Dark Lord. He would have actually got through for another lap, I think, before the time ran out. So he could be our last man. We'll stay with him to see what time he can do. We know he can do a 10, 1 minute 10. As Dado just finding the grass on the outside, currently in 6th, Dado, with his teammate Ski already parked up in the garage in 7th. Oh, Dark Lord, it's still held onto it, so he's still in for a shot here, even though he ran a little bit wide. Still had some pace in there. If he can make up a little bit through the stadium section. What can he do? He's got a 1 minute 11.4, 1 minute 11.3, so improved just a little bit, but not enough. So here we go. We got Dark Racing 40, took pole with his teammate 2nd, with the StanceWorks front row hold out there. With Commander Cirrus and Dark Lord 78 in the Hummerich Rensport team. And Matty Seeking on the outside there of row 2. Better qualifying session from him. And he's going to have to be careful there on the turn 1, being on the outside. And then Illogical Sports, not the best qualifying session from him, with Dado Racer in 6 on the outside of row 3. Row 4, Talon 02 on the inside. He could leapfrog quite a few. There's a bit of action there into turn 1 in that Momo Core Sectoral Motorsport team. Could get up there with Matty seeking his teammate. And then Ski in the Wellington team. Hud's doing it all on his own in the Frischkorn Motorsport team with Jay Staffer in 10th. And then we'll have Devil X last in the Hummerich Rensport car. So not a time that obviously probably had a couple invalidated laps, I'd say there, because we did see better times in practice from him. So here we go for an 8-lap race. And yes, definitely we're hearing from Immersion supporting the good old boys. Dado wants to see Dado do a little bit better than 6 for the Wellington team. Can he get it together? Never know. This circuit, a little bit harder to overtake. Opportunity into turn 2. And then also over there into turn 4. You can get in there if the car gets a bit crossed up before you turn into that tight right-hand corner. Well, that could be turn 5 maybe. You've got that little kink leading into that. And then we did see some overtaking also into the penultimate corner there too after they're coming out of that stadium section. The first of the 2 right-handers before you come here onto the starting straight. It's interesting to see what Commander Cirrus does here. Will he protect Dark Racing, his teammate? They're not really here for the team championships though. They're racing as individuals. So yes, we're definitely There's going to be some fireworks, I reckon, into the first corner here. Dark Lord, winner of previous race at Oslespen. And Matty Seeking, I think he's pumped here for Hockenheim. Loves this circuit. So we may just keep our eyes on Matty. See if he can follow down through on the inside. And off they go. As it actually gives the inside to the guy's second. So he's actually dropped a ton of a place. He's Commander Cirrus in second, protecting Dado from Dark Lord. As you've got in the background there, Devil X making a ton of room from the rear of the grid into 8th already, but he's also got Matty Seeking right there. Picking up the wrong people there. Devil X is now in 7th. Oh, Matty's spinning right out in front of him. And just have to wait for the field to pass him by. And Dado in 5th. Had a great start. He's made one spot up. Dropped it from Illogical. It's all happening here out in front. Commander Cirrus holding up Dark Lord, who we know is fast around this circuit. The leader of the championship, Dark Racing, currently in 1st with his teammate in 2nd. And then we have Dark Lord, Illogical Sports, Dado in 5th, Devil X in 6th, Ski in 7th, Talon in 8th, Huds in 9th, Justafa in 10th, and Matty Seeking in 11th. From 6th down to 11th for Matty. Won't be happy with that. As we've got some battles here with Talon. Now Dado has dropped again further down the pack. His hardware's not working from us. Both Talon and Dado come to blows. This is going to be tight. Can Dado hang it around the outside? He does. Break late into this right-hander. He's made that stick, Dado. As Talon's looking, and behind him we've got Huds and Justafa not mucking around. So there's battles right through the pack with Matty just trying to pick up the pieces and see what he can do if he can come back through the field. Keep an eye on him, but there's a good battle here at the back with Justafa. Oh, he goes in nice and deep. As these guys may get a slow down penalty, you may find Huds, I think he was just right, he was on the limit. And Dado now following his teammate Ski, he's in 6th. It looks like we've still got Dark Racing in 1st. Ski having a good race in 6th. There in that Wellington team, he picked up from where Metal Drive would have been in. Metal Drive, that was his car originally. His Dado wants to see if he can make it into 6th here. Also probably respect his teammate in front. Logical Sports has now actually they've all Commander Cirrus is actually, something's happened to Commander Cirrus. He's actually dropped to 5th. So he's now in the clutches of Dado, who's made a move on Ski. We missed that. Man that was had pole. Hard on the brakes. Trying it hard to pull it up there by the sounds of it. Almost looked like he was going into a bit of a compression lockup. Halfway through this race, it goes pretty quick, these 8 lappers around Hockenheim. again, we've got Matty Seeking now coming through the pack. With Talon, in the background, just finding the wall. Let's see if he can get up to the back of Ski. I think that's my prediction. He'll get his 7 seconds that he's behind Ski, maybe. It's a big ask, I guess, but halfway through. We'll see how he goes. He's got Mustafa and Huds in front of him before he can do anything about that. Ooh, Mustafa on the limit on the outside of the exit of the first corner. Matty, get used to also a wheel. He's been on the controller for some time, so get used to the whole feel of it again, the game with a wheel. And we've also got Talon, who's actually obviously probably back in the pits. He's opted our timing monitors, so he's retired. Oh, look at this now. We've got Ski. He's made a mistake somewhere. And Joe Stafford is, he's just run wide after making that move on Ski, after Ski had to rejoin the track somewhere for making mistakes. So it's all up to Ski now to try and see if he can do anything to Huds. As the Logical Sports is still holding off Dark Lord. We'll go to that battle shortly. This mid-pack, as Joe Stafford has just found the fence. Has he pulled it up? It looks like he pulled it up, or if he's side glanced the fence, he's all okay. So we'll go back to this battle now with Dark Lord trying to get a Logical Sports, the Dino Ringley Racing team. As you can see, Dark Racing. It's not good news for a Logical Sports, who's second in the championship. Dark Lord also third in the championship. We're seeing there the championship leader out in front still, Dark Racing 40. Doing a very impressive race around here for the first round around Hockenheim. We've got one more race to go to end the championship here. And there we have got the Scissors for Hire, Matty Seeking. He's everywhere. Also known for his cash cow code word of the day, which we have not been able to receive at the moment. On hard, on the brakes. With Dark Lord, see what he can do. Commander Sirius is getting in the clutches of Dado. Dado having a better run now after the first little part of the race. So fighting for fourth. We'll be happy if he can get fourth, Dado. Oh, as Devil had a mad moment out wide. Matty's still putting a lot of pressure on Huds, but I just saw in there, I thought I saw Dark Lord having a little look. Here he goes. Oh, too much of the grass. It's not going to work. That may give him a penalty. So that's freed up a Logical Sports now. And we'll go back to Huds. See if he can hold off Matty Seeking. He's doing a good job. He's had him all race on the final lap now, with Ski just in front of him. Dado's still not quite been able to get onto the back of Commander Sirius. He's fought valiantly, Dado. He's fighting his hardware over everything else as well as the race is on track. So we'll pick up Dark Racing here, taking victory and making it 2 victories as Logical Sports hangs it out all wide, and there he goes, taking it to the streets, as is Dark Lord. Dado has made 4th with time penalties, so he has got 4th, Dado. As the boys are starting to celebrate a little bit here, letting it all loose. As Darky, I think, feels fairly confident that he may have won the championship, but there's still one more round to go. It's one more race, and I'd say he has to finish at least 3rd to keep hold of the championship, and Logical Sports will probably have to win the final race. So there you go. Dark Racing 40 comes home first, with the Logical Sports still chasing him down for the championship. You've got Dark Lord in 3rd. Dado Racer leapfrogging Commander Cirrus after there was a 2-second difference in their penalties. So there we go. Dado didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to overtake on track. He would have known that. So he's done well for the Wellington team. StanceWorks with Commander Cirrus in 5th, helping their championship run as a team championship. Devil X 6 for his first race back after missing the first 2. Ski in 7th, made a few little mistakes. Matty Seeking in 8th, came back from last to come up from 11th to the 8th. Then we've got Huds, J Staffer, probably the time ran out for him. DNF and retired Talon after clouting the wall fairly hard. We did see in the background earlier. So there you go. So that's end of race 3. We'll go to our, as you said, the podium's never right here. I always got it wrong. But what we're interested in is probably the next screen that I'll go to here now, the championship. So 68 plays 50. Oh, Logical Sports is leapfrog. Dark Lord is leapfrog Logical Sports. And actually, I think that's, sorry, I've got it all wrong. The Dark Lord was 2nd in the championship leading into that. So Logical's bridged the gap just a little bit on Dark Lord. Commander Cirrus in 4th. With Dado Racer on 23 points with Huds on 20. Ski coming back on 18th in 7th, seeing if he can actually get into the top 6 at the end of this final race. Matty Seeking, J Staffer, Devil X is has on the scoreboard, and Talon 02 is 11th on 4. Now the team championship StanceWorks looks like they got a stranglehold there. 98 points, the Humrich Rennsport on 63, 1 point in front of the Dino Ringley Racing team, and then Wellington team on 41. Fishcorn Motorsport 20, Momo Course Sector 18. So there's a couple of little battles there, but it looks like the StanceWorks team is probably taking out the team's championship. But the definitely for the driver championship, it's going to be Dark Lord will have to win the race, and I'd say Dark Racing will need to finish 3rd or better, I'd say, to take the championship. So I'll be back very shortly, and I have not heard of anything about the Wellington Wankers racing. Sorry, cynical. Well, I won't go on with that game of tag, but anyway, we know who we're talking about. So yeah, not too sure, mate. You might be able to let us know a little bit more in the final race, buddy. So here we go. We'll have another 5-minute break before we'll be back. And it's a 10-minute qualifying and then into the 8-lap race.